Bryant Show is brought to you by your local Coca-Cola bottler. Coke is it. Golden Flake snacks, good as gold. And your local Kerosene dealers, we bring comfort to inner space. Now let's take a look at this week's game, Alabama versus Ole Miss, with comments by Coach Paul Bear Bryant and me, Stedman Shealy.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome once again to the Bear Bryant Show, which is brought to you by Ice Cold Coca-Cola, our friends from Golden Flake, and Coach, today I think we have the family-sized nacho cheese tostados.
I tell you, it tastes a lot better, the drink's a lot better today, too, Stedman, than if a few other things that happened. The heater would be warmer.
Yes, sir. Good and fresh.
As a matter of fact, I think that I thought all week, well, I thought all the time, that we had a great challenge last week, our team did, in going to Mississippi. If you've ever been to Mississippi to play one of their teams, in Jackson, Mississippi, in front of a hostile crowd on a real hot, muggy day, a team that thought they were going to beat you, and the entire state was trying to help them. That's quite a challenge, and believe me, and I was tremendously proud the way our players rose up and showed their class, in my opinion, and we had a great football game down there. The score was 42, I think, to 14. But that doesn't really tell a true story. As I said, it's a hostile crowd, and they helped you a lot. And Ole Miss is a good football team. They're a lot better than that score would indicate. And they thought they could win. And I thought our players did a great job in the way they handled themselves. They didn't get all excited and hooting, hollering, slobbering around. But they had some poise and confidence, I think, and class. And they went out in that heat, and it was so terribly hot that it was bad just standing on the sideline. And I saw people with sunburn. You ought to be Stedman from didn't have on a hat. And there was a lot of big plays in the game by both teams, and our team made big plays. And we had some individuals that just played super football, and they came away doing the things it takes to win. But they had a good plan, and Steve Sloan is an excellent coach. He's a real fine, warm individual, and we wish him well, and I'm real glad to have him. We have to go back down there again later on this year, but we got a lot to worry about before then. Vanderbilt coming up, and the next week, don't forget Arkansas State, because they beat the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga yesterday, and they just don't forget them. Stedman, I'm tired.
We'll be back for the first quarter following this important message from our sponsor.
They won the toss. We won the toss in receiving. Our captain was Mott, Roosevelt Hill, and Jackie Klein. That's Ricky Moore there. They gave a short kick, and Ricky came up with the ball. We had a man, no one touched there, and then D. Horn Carter, I guess. We're full out backfield now. Mott's at center. Bramlett at guards. Beasley and Briggs at tackle. That's Big Moore broke out Ricky Moore in the open then. They're in the nickel defense, I think. And double covering the outside receivers. And he broke through there. Then we pulled away from the ball then. That's Walter Lewis, the quarterback. And Davis. That's Walter running with the ball there. Paul Cruz at left half. Ricky Moore at fullback. And Carter at right half. Wide out Jesse Bendros, tight end Jake Grogan. Real fine penetration by their man there. That's the trouble running the play where you have a back blocking a linebacker. If he penetrates, well, you're in trouble. Paul Lewis is going to be a real fine quarterback. The ball's going off in the middle then. And they came to play. They came and had a warm-up down on the end of the field and were slapping one another, jumping up and down, and it kind of frightened me. I think Kevin and I didn't have to play. Look at the pursuit there. They played it perfect. There's nowhere to go. This would have been a great play here if he'd gotten it off, he'd walked in. I thought if Walter had seen it a little quicker, he'd have walked in anyway. Line comes off the ball here. That's Craig Turner. He's in the power backfield that time. Craig Turner running behind Moore and Carew.
Coach, that was one of 3 touchdowns by Craig Turner.
If Craig's a sophomore, he's our punt returner too. He was one of them. So we got points on the board now, and Holcomb snaps her back. Ball field is holding, and Peter Kim kicked it through.
Terry Sanders kicking off.
Terry had a much better day kicking off yesterday. This is not a bad one. It's down a safe, what we call a safe kick area. He kicked a couple of them right in that area over the goal line, kicked another one out of the end zone. They're joining around, moving around like the Dallas Cowboys. I don't try to identify their backs, but that tailback is, what do they call him? Thomas is his name.
I can't even
They have a
hammerhead or something.
Yeah, hammerhead. They have a great short game. See all the backs, they got everybody out this time, and he jerks loose.
Eddie Lowe on that tackle.
Eddie Lowe, he had several tackles, but he had one tackle that really. I was real pleased that Jeremiah Castile was able to play well. He hadn't had any practice a long time. Tommy Wilcox, same thing. Jeremiah played about 60 plays, and Tommy a little less than that.
Russ Wood put the pressure on the quarterback then to knock down that pass before the punt.
Russ Wood from Elba. Here's a pass. Walter back to throw. Man wide open. Overthrew him. That's all right. We'll get to him later on. Just don't underthrow him.
Ricky Moore again with a big run.
I'll tell you that Ricky comes up through there. He gets some attention. Oh, no, we didn't have our mesh all through up there. Stedman, you ought to do something about that.
Here comes a big pass from Walter to Joey Jones.
Little Joey Jones, real great pass, real great player, too, I'll tell you that. He was injured during the game, but he went back. Here's a replay of it. Perfectly thrown. Our backs were all too close together there. One man could take two. The pitch man. We're in a shotgun here, and Walter Lewis goes for a first down on a draw play. A real fine play. Walter Lewis is a great athlete. He's tough. Big Moore running the ball again. Behind Vickers, Bramlett.
Peter Kim attempting a 30-yard field goal. Peter
Kim missed the field goal, so they take this down, going 80-yard drive for a touchdown. We have system with a penalty. We had a strong, not a strong win, but a pretty good win. It was the same way all during the game. One end of the stadium is open, the other end isn't.
Mike Pitts made a fine play there.
Mike Pitts from Baltimore, Maryland. They got a quick pitch. There's Mike again out there. They faked the bootleg well there. They run it on us later on in the game. Those little short things, and they have some athletes, too. Don't forget that. Steve's playing two quarterbacks, and I think they both did well. One of them from Alabama. They ran this real well here. Had it timed out perfectly.
Rocky Colvin made the saving tackle there.
Colvin got him down. Colvin was hurt later in the game, got the breath knocked out of him. It frightened me because I thought he ducked his head, and I was afraid his neck was hurt. We stop them running here pretty well, and then they go throw for the touchdown. That's a perfect pass. That's what we call a slant pattern. Old Stable used to throw that well. Steve Sloan used to throw it well. David Ray caught it better than anyone we had around here. So that Mississippi goes on the board now. We're all tied up. They get a real fine kick. I don't think we should have brought this one out. But he got it out to the 22-yard line, so I was 2 yards wrong. Draw play with Lenny Patrick running the ball this time. We don't fool anyone.
That's the first time Lenny ran the ball this year.
First down he's played this year. So in the first quarter, Alabama 7, Mississippi 7.
Coach Bryant, I thought our first drive, I think we had about a 70-yard drive, kind of set the pace for us, even though, I know Ole Miss came back and kind of did the same thing, but...
I think our field, particularly our line, knew they could knock them out of there then. I think it helped us a lot. You know one thing about going down there, Stead, when you're too young to know any of these things. It used to be I used to have a good time. Old Dizzy Dean was living, and Dizzy and Jim Simmons' daddy would always come to the motel there, and Chief Smelly, and we'd get in and drink coffee and have breakfast and listen to Diz talk, and that was worth it. It was very enjoyable. And you see a lot of the players down there. And I saw Terry Rowell this time. The only Mississippi player I saw. Just, you an old Mississippi boy, really, aren't you?
Well, semi-halfway. My mother's from Mississippi.
Well, I thought that we did well on the drive, of course. We're going to come back and get another drive going. And, of course, the big thing is it made it easy when they got the long pass, you'll see later on, and a two-play touchdown after interception or a fumble. But they do some things well, too, and let's get in and see that now. He's talking about Patrick. Patrick's been injured. I think he's not in good shape yet, but I think he played well. He ran the ball. Well, that was a good play there. Patrick caught the ball from
King Coley's the quarterback now.
Kenny Coley, he's injured later in the game. Here comes the pitch here. They played very well. We don't have the tearaway jerseys anymore. Might have jerked loose and got a little. Kenny back to throw this time. He hurt it a little bit. Joy Jones out there. We have a new line in there now, too. Mark Jackson. Sitting at one guard. Kev back at one tackle. Just pretty good coverage. Rumley's at the other tackle.
That was Johnny Elias breaking up the pass.
John Elias from Columbus, Mississippi. Big Davis protege. They completed a lot of short passes. Of course, they completed a couple of long ones, too. You see him crossing there. He's a big, strong runner.
Joe Sprinkle, now Blue, brought him down.
Al Blue has a big play. Al Blue ever gets to where he will move around like he used to, he'll sure contact you, no doubt about that. Great play by their man there. They ran that play a couple of times. That was the second time they've already run it.
Here comes Robbie Jones. Big
Here's a tip here, and a great effort to have a Robbie Jones. Just gets his fingers on it and hold on. That's a big play, a big play. You can't tell. Any big play. You might win the game any time if you're trying on every play. That was option Cola this time out to Horsted running with the football. He didn't play much the last time. He was injured early in the year. He was playing running. He was big play with Mississippi band. We break the backfield there and have what we call a slot formation. Double wing back this time. Coley going to his left.
I think it's the play where Kenneth got hurt.
I think he fell right on the ball. That's Paul Fields in there now.
Walter completes the pass to Jesse Bendros.
I said Fields in there. Walter's back in there. Jesse Bendros, a junior. He and Fagan buddies from Florida, and they were playing against one of their buddies. That's Lenny Patrick running the football there. Lenny is a very gifted runner, the best we've had around here.
Walter executed the option to perfection.
Yeah, he took it right up. We had the guard around there, too, for a change. Good shape.
Coach Moore would be happy about getting the ball up in the end space. Getting in there.
Little overthrow here. Wing back. George Carter running with the football.
Walter almost scores in this play.
Patrick makes a nice block there. He didn't get upstream, but he made a nice block. Walter, a great run here by Walter. He got the ball over, but we don't get it this play. Have to wait one. Power back to, excuse me, Kevin.
Touchdown number 2 by Craig Turner.
Greg Turner running with the ball. He was running behind Dismuke, Rumley, and Holman. Old Scott Holman made one block. I don't know whether he made one. He got some fun out of it. About as pretty as you pick out a lot of plays in the game. They had a great kick that time. Terry Sanders here in Birmingham. They ran put away for center this time. Quick flip.
Anthony Smiley on the tackle.
Real fine tackle, real fine play with Anthony. I think he's been doing well. He had hesitant play on the sideline over there.
Stan Gay with a good defensive coverage.
Stan Gay from Tuskegee. We get a penalty here. I really think that Craig could cut inside. I don't know what happened. I'm in the shotgun. I don't like that very much. Back to the pass again. He throws a long one this time. He was pretty well covered. The short man was open. Shotgun, here's what's going to electrify you a little bit. Walter really got hit as he released the ball. There's Ben Roast. Their man tried for the interception, and Ben Roast scored very wisely there.
By Jeff Fagan.
Jeff was very wise not to try to block nobody, so you had it made.
I think Walter watched this one sitting down.
Yeah, that guy. They had one end coming in and knocking our quarterbacks down the corner on this after he got near the
Yes,
ball. Great play, 80-yard play. That's one of Stephen, your arm wasn't strong enough to me.
No, sir. I didn't have that kind of
No,
arm.
you could throw that out better than anybody, though. Holger snaps it back. Paul Field holds it. Peter Kim kicks it through. A whole bunch of them blocked for it. 2:57 to go, or 2:59. Terry Sanders kicking off again.
I think Jeremiah Castile makes a big play. Getting down there in the kickoff.
Yeah, he went right around the whole group. Nobody even. Screen pass. Bingo! That's a goodie.
That's Castile again.
Jeremiah Castile. You wouldn't know he'd been injured.
Mike Rodriguez.
And watching the film, I believe Mike played better than I thought he was playing at the time. Great hustle. Yeah, everybody's hustling. Roselle Weiler out there that time. No, it's Booker. Those short passes, it's very difficult to rush them and very difficult to break them up because the ball don't have to put it in the air very long. Almost had another tip there. We worked on the tip drill every day.
Here comes a big sack by the whole defensive line.
Real big play. Keeps the clock running.